Amidst the silence, we find clarity. Amidst the stories, we find purpose. Welcome to the Whispered Stories channel. If you're in search of prosperity and financial success, you found the right place. We whisper beautifully crafted stories designed carefully to reprogram your subconscious for success as you unwind after a stressful day. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single story. For a more immersive experience, use headphones and let your imagination run free. I am Dr. Strange, and I will guide you through this journey on the channel. So relax, the story is about to begin. Peter's journey from tables to prosperity. Peter always led a simple life. Coming from a humble family, he lived in a small town and worked tirelessly as a waiter in a local restaurant. Every day, after long hours serving customers, he took the bus home, dreaming of a different future. One day, as he got off the bus, his eyes fixed on an object on the ground. It was a book titled The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Peter, driven by curiosity, picked up the book and decided to take it with him. That night, Peter began reading and was captivated by the tales of prosperity of ancient Babylonians. Each page revealed principles and teachings that were completely new to him. He learned about the importance of saving, seeking knowledge, ensuring future income, and developing skills. Peter felt inspired and decided to apply the teachings from the book to his life. He began setting aside part of what he earned, no matter how small the amount. He learned to live with less, cutting unnecessary expenses. In his free time, Peter began studying investments and finances. He used some of his savings to buy books, attend workshops, and even take online courses. At the restaurant, he began to observe and engage more with the customers. Many of them were businessmen and investors. Peter didn't hesitate to ask questions, seek advice, and learn from their experiences. Over the months, Peter began investing small amounts in shares of local companies and even in friends' businesses. Over time, and with the principles he had learned, he saw his money grow. Additionally, his skills as a waiter improved significantly. He became more efficient, more attuned to the customers' needs, and began earning more tips. After a few years, Peter had a decent sum saved up. With the knowledge he had acquired, he decided to open his own restaurant. The place quickly became a hit in the town due to the excellent food and impeccable service. The former waiter didn't stop there. Using the principles from the book and the advice he had gathered over the years, Peter expanded his businesses, opening more restaurants in the region and investing in different sectors. A decade after finding that book at the bus stop, Peter had achieved his first million. His success was evident, but he never forgot where he started. He frequently shared his story with young entrepreneurs, emphasizing the importance of financial education and personal development. The whole town knew the story of Peter, the waiter who became a millionaire. His legacy, however, went beyond material wealth. He became a source of inspiration, showing that with determination, knowledge, and the right application of principles, anyone can transform their reality. And so, Peter lived out his days enjoying the fruits of his hard labor, always thankful to fate for placing the richest man in Babylon in his path, and for his persistence in following the teachings of those yellowed pages. Peter, now a successful businessman, never lost the humility that defined him. Even with his growing wealth, he made it a point to visit his old workplace. It was a way to remember his roots and reconnect with the simplicity that always guided his journey. Over time, he began investing in social projects, seeking to support people who, like him, had dreams but lacked resources or knowledge. He created an educational center in the town dedicated to financial education, offering courses, lectures, and workshops to the community. Additionally, once a month, Peter organized dinners at his restaurant, where he invited promising young people from the community to share his story and teach them about the principles he had learned from the book that changed his life. Many of these young people, inspired by his journey, also began to forge their paths to success. Peter's story began to spread beyond his town. Media outlets from different regions interviewed him, trying to understand the secret of his transformation from a waiter to a millionaire. For Peter, though, there was no secret. It was the combination of financial education, hard work, and the will to apply and share knowledge. The book, The Richest Man in Babylon, found its honored place on Peter's shelf, always reminding him of the turn his life had taken. Years later, on a sunny afternoon, while walking through town, Peter stopped at the same bus stop where he had found the book and left a copy, hoping it might inspire another person just as it had inspired him. Peter lived many prosperous years, not only in financial terms, but also in personal fulfillment and community impact. When the time came for his retirement, he decided to travel the world, but always returned to his beloved town where it all began. His life was living proof that sometimes fate gives us a little push, but it's up to each individual to seize the opportunity and make a difference. And Peter did just that, leaving a legacy of hope, determination, and transformation. And that was today's story. If you closed your eyes and relaxed your mind, it's certain that it brought about some transformation within you. We're always whispering valuable stories here on the channel, so remember to follow us, like, and share with someone you consider important in your life. Until the next story, Namaste.